In the last few videos, we talked about things called factors, which are numbers that multiply to get a given number, and factors are smaller or up to the given number. In this video, we're going to talk about multiples. Multiples are a little different because multiples start with that given number and then get bigger. Think about skip counting. And another key difference between factors and multiples is that every number has a limited number of factors, but every number has an unlimited or an infinite number of multiples. For that reason, we're just going to write the first 5 multiples for each of these given numbers. To write each of the first 5 multiples, you can either keep adding the number over and over again, or you can multiply the number by 1, then multiply the number by 2, by 3, by 4, and by 5. Let's give these a try. For the first 5 multiples of 1, we have 1, which is 1 times 1, then 1 times 2 is going to be 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 4, and 1 times 5. These are the first 5 multiples of 1. For number 2, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 5 is going to be 10. For number 3, we have 3 times 1, which is 3, 3 times 2, which is going to be 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times 5 is 15. For number 4, we have 4 times 1, which is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 20. So these are the first 5 multiples of each of these given numbers. For number 5, we have the number 5. So 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20, and 5 times 5 is 25. For number 6, the first multiple of 6 is going to be 6, then 12, then 18, then 24, and 30. For number 7, go ahead and keep adding 7 if you'd like, or use the multiplication facts. We have 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. For number 8, we have 8, so we're going to start with 8, then 16, then 24, 32, and 40. Moving on to number 9. For number 9, we have the number 9 here, so we'll start with 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. Then for number 10, we have the number 10, so we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. For 11, these numbers are getting a little bit bigger. For 11, we have 11, 22, 33, 44, and 55. Those are the first 5 multiples of 11. For number 12, we'll start with 12 times 1, 12 times 2, 12 times 3, 12 times 4, and 12 times 5. And again, if you need to write any of the multiplication out or you need to write the addition out, feel free to do so. For number 13, we have 13, so 13 times 1, 13 times 2, 13 times 3, 13 times 4, and 13 times 5. These would be the first 5 multiples of 13. For 14, we have 14. If you want to add 14, that's 28. If you want to add 14, that's going to be 42. Adding another 14 is going to be 56. And adding 14 again will be 70. And the last one, 70, makes sense because 14 times 5 is 70, so it's the 5th multiple. For number 15, we have 15. So 15, add another 15, it's 30. Add another 15, it's 45. Add another 15, it's 60. And adding one more 15, it's 75. And 15 times 5 is 75. For number 16, we have 16. So we have 16, 16 times 2, 16 times 3, 16 times 4, 16 times 5. Those are the first 5 multiples of 16. For number 17, we have 17, plus another 17 is 34, plus another 17 is going to be 51, plus another 17 will be 68, and one more 17 will be, 85. So those are the first 5 multiples. For 18, we have 18, so first multiple will be 18, plus another 18 is 36, plus another 18, that'll be 54, plus another 18, that is 72, and another 18 will be 90. And that makes sense because 18 times 5 is 90, so I'm confident with the last one at least. For 19, I know 19 times 1 is 19, 19 times 2 is 38, 19 times 3, 57, 19 times 4 will be 76, 19 times 5 will be 95. For number 20, this one's not too bad. For number 20, we have the number 20, so 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. For number 21, we have the number 34. 34 is going to be the first multiple. If we add another 34 onto that, that's going to be 68. If we add another 34 onto that, that's going to be 102. Adding another 34, that's going to be 136. And adding another 34 onto that, that's going to be 170. For number 22, we have 54. If we add another 54 onto that, that's going to be 108. Adding another 54 on is going to be 162. Adding another 54 on is going to be 216. And finally adding another 54 on, that's going to be 270. First 5 multiples. For 23, we have the number 25, so 25. Another 25 makes 50. 3 of them makes 75. 4 of them makes 100. 5 of them makes 125. For number 24, it looks like we have the number 60, so 60 times 1, 60 times 2, 60 times 3, 60 times 4, and 60 times 5. Let's check out 25. For 25, what do we have? We have the number 37. So start off with the number 37. Go ahead and write that. 37 times 1. 37, add another 37, that's 37 times 2. That's going to be 74. If we do 37 times 3, that's going to be 111. And if we do 37 times 4, that's going to be 148. And if we do 37 times 5, that's going to be 185. For 26, we have 52. So here's the first multiple, 52. Another 52 makes 104. Another 52 on top of that is going to make 156. Another 52 on top is going to be 208. And finally, a last 52 on top of that is going to be 260. So those are going to be the first 5 multiples here. For 75, we'll start with 75. Another 75 makes 150. Another 75 is 225. Then 300, and then finally 375. For number 28, we have 35, so 35's first. Another 35 makes 70, another 35, 105, another 35 makes 40, and then 175. And I think that's going to be our first 5 multiples. Last few here for 29. Let's see, we're working with the number 74, so the first multiple is going to be 74. If we add another 74 onto that, that's going to be 148. Add another 74 onto that, that's going to be 222. Add another 74 onto that, that's going to be 296. And another 74 onto that is going to be 370. Okay, then we have 36. 36 times 1 is 36. 36 times 2 is 72. 36 times 3, that's going to be 108. If we do 36 times 4, that's going to be 144. And then 36 times 5 is going to be 180. Okay. For 31, we have the number 68. 68 times 1 is going to be 68. 68 times 2 is going to be 136. 68 times 3 is going to be 204. 68 times 4 is going to be 272. And finally, 68 times 5 is going to be 340. For this last number, number 32, we have the number 47. So 47 times 1, 47 times 2 is going to be 94. 47 times 3 is going to be 141. 47 times 4 is going to be 188. And then this 47 times 5 is going to be 235. Those are the first 5 multiples of 47. And so there you have 32 different practice problems where we just wrote the first 5 multiples of each of these numbers. And the reason why we can't write all the multiples is because there are an infinite amount. So keep in mind that's a difference between factors and multiples. Factors always have 1 in itself. Those are prime numbers if that's the only factors they have. But if they have more than just 1 in itself as factors, those are composite numbers. So keep that in mind. I hope you found this video helpful in understanding how to get your multiples, and as always, keep up the great work that you're already doing, and I'll see you in the next one.